What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, back with another Warhammer video for you guys today. And today, guys, this is our army. That's right, this is part of our army. So guys, we are playing as the Beastmen versus our opponent, who is the Lizardmen. Over here, we've got two groups of the Razor Gore herds. We also have a Cygor, bit of a artillery piece for the Beastmen popping off on the Lizardmen. Over here in the forests as well, we also have a Bray Shaman with the Wild casting, and the Bray Shaman on him has the Jagged Dagger. He's got Hag Tree Fetish. He also has Savage Dominion, which is pretty much just Cygor summons, and Mantle of Gorok, which is pretty much just to bump our melee attack and weapon damage up as well. Now guys, as for the main force of our army, we have gone entirely for a Vanguard deployment. Well, as much of a Vanguard deployment as we possibly could. And we have Centaurs with great weapons. We've got Ungor Spearmen. We've got a lot of stuff. So pretty much we've got Ungor Spearmen herds, three groups of those guys in the front. We then have three groups of the Gore herds, I believe. Four groups of the Gore herds, sorry. So you can see there, they're all mixed in. We then also have two groups of the Centaurs with throwing axes, mainly for their armor-piercing missiles, because I was like, my opponent's going to bring some heavy, big-ass dinos. Might as well bring these guys since Minotaurs can't get Vanguard deployed. We also have Khazrak, the One Eye, on his Razor Gore chariot, ready to just plow through some enemies and deal some serious damage with his whip. So yeah, guys, let's get this battle underway and see how we go today. And hopefully you guys like this one. Oh, actually, we should probably cover my opponent's army. So as for my opponent's army, he's got three groups of Saurus Spears, a front line of Red-Crested Skinks and a Skink Cohort group, a Feral Bastillodon, Cheap Terror, and just cheap health soaker, I guess you could say. He also has the Red-Crested Skink Chief on his big-ass Ancient Stegodon, and he also has a Feral Dreadsaurian. So this is going to be a very interesting one. Well, pretty much this is going to be my opponent's front line for us because we are attacking from the rear. So guys, let's get this battle underway. You can see here we send the Razor Gores in. They're just going to plow straight through these Red-Crested Skink boys. Cygor is summoned in as well. He's going to be popping off some more artillery pieces. Oh, also my opponent has two groups of the Ripidactyl Riders. He always brings those and I always forget them. So at this stage, I don't think he's seen our Vanguard deployed forces. Actually, I think he has, because he set these guys to face backwards. So I think he hasn't seen them. I actually did not notice that during fighting him. So you can see here, Razor Gores plow in, deal a bit of damage to the Skinks. Khazrak coming in, just going to plow straight through these Saurus, but they do have charge defense, yeah, so they didn't actually take too much damage from that. Feral Dreadsaurian, he picked the wrong fight with the Ungor Spearmen with the spears, and they're going to be popping off. We do also send our Centaurs with the throwing axes, and you can see they are actually dealing quite a lot of damage to the Feral Dreadsaurian. We do pop Apocalyptic Vision, which gives these guys 26 melee attack as well, and the Cygors are still throwing in their boulders, and you can see here the Razor Gores are pretty much rampaging and they are done for. And we've got some Gores over here fighting the Spearmen. But just like that, look at that, the Feral Dreadsaurian is already on half health. So we've popped a bunch of buffs for Khazrak, Scourge and Deadly Onslaught, ready to just try and finish off this Feral Dreadsaurian. And you can see, just like that, my opponent's strongest monster on the field has just been routed off. So we've got the Centaurs with great weapons coming in as well to try and back these guys up. A little bit of a mistake on my part. I don't know why I send them there for, because they didn't really get the charge bonus off. But just like that, the Feral Dreadsaurian is shattered, and we kind of wanted to kill it to make a statement, I guess. Just to be like, yo, we're here to kick your ass. Sort of, maybe, yeah, okay, we don't end up killing it. So let's get back to the main fight. You can see here our Bray Shaman is circling around. Cygors get shut down from the Ripidactyl Riders. Not too much of a worry, to be honest, because Ripidactyl Riders are just a pain in the ass for infantry. And you can see all our units are sort of clustered around here, which was a bit of a mistake on my part. Centaurs do get routed off with the great weapons, but at this stage we turn our Centaurs with throwing axes and we aim them straight at the Red-Crested Skink Chief. Khazrak over here is supporting the Gores engaged in combat with the Saurus Spears. Bit of a mistake on my part because, well, Anti-Large is going to do a bit of decent damage to our chariot. And you can see Khazrak is just chilling there. But the Centaurs are here. They are running off. They are trying to... They're actually just routing, I think. We've still got these guys facing sort of backwards. These guys are kind of mixed in. Just firing in on the Red-Crested Skink Chief. And I am so glad that I brought these guys into the mix. We do summon another Cygor, and he is here. He's going to start throwing some boulders, but we didn't actually notice that the Skink Cohort are here as well. And a little bit of friendly fire there. My Bray Shaman does cop a boulder from him, So not too much of a problem, but these skinks are coming in now. They're going to deal, well, they're pretty much going to shut down the artillery. But you can see here, we're losing this fight here. A lot of our units are routing off. The Beastmen don't have great leadership, which is pretty much why they're shattering, especially against the big dinos. But these skin cohorts are common a hit from our Cygor. And look at this red-crested skin chief. He's getting taken down. Now at this stage, we kind of just want to move our Centaurs further back, and we do get our routed ones back into the fray. And just like that, the red-crested skin chief is actually routing. We do bring the spears in, trying to trap him and keep him in place, and this is where things get interesting. Ripidactyl riders come in, and we're like, oh man, I freaking hate these things. So Centaurs are here, they're going to just keep firing in, and our Cygor does drop as well, mainly because he was a summon, so he's only temporary, and at this stage we're just trying to shut down the red-crested skin chief. 540 health, 300 health, Centaurs, Khazrak, Brace Shaman, all of them are after him, trying to shut him down. He's on 179 health. Khazrak is just giving chase. He's just chasing him. And at this stage, we're like, all right, there's no way Khazrak is going to get that final hit on him. So let's just leave him. Try and deal with these Ripidactyls. If we can shut these Ripidactyls down, we'll pretty much have ourselves a fight. And you can see that these guys are just plowing, trying to take out our Centaurs. But our Centaurs with the throwing axes, the leftover armor are back there. They are dealing decent damage to these guys because they have the armor-piercing values. And you can see just like that, both groups of Ripidactyl riders get routed off. Main problem that we have to face right now is this Feral Bastiladon and the rest of his infantry forces. So he still does have a couple of groups of red-crested skinks. We've got a Cygor that's come back. He's still alive. And the rest of our forces are kind of coming back from after wavering. And right now we're just trying to shut down his more elite forces. So the Saurus are pretty much what's left of his army, and the Bastiladon. But the Ripidactyl riders are slowly coming back as well. But at this stage we send our Brace Shaman. We're like, all right, we can get you. You should be able to take out the red-crested skin chief. He's only got 179 health, right? So we're like, yes, surely our Brace Shaman should be able to deal with this guy. Take him out, easily kill him. 86 health, you can see there. We do pop Jagged Dagger to increase our power rate. He's on 9 health, guys. And just like that, he goes down. Thank God for that. We do pop Mantle of Gorok on himself to try and help deal with these red-crested skink chiefs, red-crested skinks, because they do have the poison. And we've got Khazrak over here plowing through these red-crested skinks. At this stage, we're just kind of trying to cycle charge our enemies just to deal with the rest of his loose infantry. And you can see that the rest of his army is pretty much shattered now. Just like that, after taking out his red-crested skink chief, the rest of his forces dissipate and they shatter due to army losses. So guys, great play from there. I've always wanted to try and pull off a Beastmen Vanguard deployment build, and more or less so this one kind of worked. There were probably a couple of things we could have done better, like spread our forces out instead of having them so clustered. But I think our main points of winning were pretty much shutting down the Feral Dreadsaurian straight away. We knew that we had to shut him down because he causes terror, and the Beastmen do not handle terror well. So we needed to send those Centaurs in with the throwing axes to shut him down ASAP, which we successfully did. And then we focused our efforts on the red-crested skink chief, which once again causes terror, and shut him down, which is why I think we came out of this on top. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below for more. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one. I got this soda.